Hey y'all, this is Southern Woods here. Welcome back to another Ages of Conflict War simulation. Last time around, we saw the all-out North American Civil War Battle Royale in the year 1790. We have now entered 1800. The 19th century has arrived. This is what the map looked like. As you can see, New Spain has kind of filled in. All right, you got their middle portion of the land. British have expanded westward into the western portion of Canada. All right, the Innu are no longer a thing. All right, the Plains Creek are just barely a thing. And as you can see, the U.S. has added a couple more states, being Tennessee and Kentucky, and there's a lot fewer tribes on the east. So let's see what happens here. All right, I was just checking to make sure all the settings were good. No one starts out aligned, as we determined. All right, it's every man for himself here. No one is teamed up to start out, but they can form alliances. Is what we've progressively decided as these simulations have went on. The first of all is the Caddo tribe. Meanwhile, we have the Blackfoot Confederacy moving south. They're going to take out the Crow, so that's a big tribe name also gone, as well as the Maidu, as New Spain tries to take out some of the tribes within their territory. All right, the Cherokee and Georgia have formed an alliance. That makes me very happy. All right, I live in Cherokee County, Georgia. All right, so that's kind of nice for me to hear. The Kiowa have been conquered by the Comanche. We have a couple more falling as well. The Wichita are struggling, but pushing back the Spanish. Meanwhile, Delaware was conquered by Maryland. A little state-on-state action here. New Jersey and Pennsylvania duking it out. What will end up happening here? The Seminoles are still a thing. There's also Spanish West Florida, but I don't have them aligned with the Spanish. Maryland and Pennsylvania fall to New Jersey. The Chickasaw fall to the Quapaw over here, one of the few tribes on the eastern side of the Mississippi. It is 1800. It's an all-out world war. North American world war. It's okay. Western people view North America as the world, right? Right? Right, guys? Okay, Georgia's going to fall to the Muskogee, so I'm voting Cherokee. The Pomo is going to fall to the Ohlone, and Spanish West Florida was also conquered by the Muskogee. The Muskogee have won this once or twice, as they also take out the Cherokee. I'm very upset. The Spanish are falling very mightily. They're down south beyond the map view. They also have some territory being eaten up all around. Any minute, the Spanish will most likely fall. Yep, the New Spain has fallen pretty early here, actually. So, very interesting. So, you see, like, tribes like the Chumash and the Apache, Southern Paiute get much larger. So, good on them. Kentucky expands a little bit up north as they take out the Haudenosaunee. The Shoshone and the Choctaw both fall, leaving us with 44 nations left. The greater U.S., so non-ratified, I guess that's the right word, non-ratified U.S. territory is, I don't even know where I was going. The Wabanaki Confederacy have been conquered by the Massachusetts, leaving us with only a few tribes left on the east, being the Quapaw and the Muskogee. And the Seneca are still alive over here by Seneca Falls. Still a little bit before we have the Seneca Falls Convention, where women get granted a little bit more rights. Muskogee was conquered by South Carolina, so that's one more tribe not to make it far in the east. North Carolina was also conquered by South Carolina. The greater U.S. has joined the Lakota Pact, so that's not going to happen too much longer in our real timeline, but for now, make believe it happens. The Natchez, Navajo, and Lakota have all fallen to other tribes out west, where it's more of a free-for-all. The Wild Wild West. We have Vermont being turned on by the British. The British and New Hampshire are going against Vermont. Unlikely scenario in our real timeline, but it happened. The British trying to take over the U.S. once more. The Southern Paiute are on a tear, by the way. And then the British are trying to do their thing, taking out every tribe they see, including the Plains Creek, which they're trying to suffocate. Wow. But the Yakima, the Quiatu, the Haza, the Musqueam, all being taken out by the British, as well as the Plains Creek. So the British are on a tear up in the Great White North. Meanwhile, the Chumash are trying to take out both the Comanche and the Apache. They're going to take, or actually, there was the Southern Paiute taking out the Comanche. The Apache, fierce warriors, trying to stay alive here. The Quapaw and the Seneca, still the only tribes left. Oh, I forgot about the Seminole. Y'all are yelling at me. Holy crap. Poor Seminoles, I forgot about y'all. Just like the football team, y'all aren't doing too hot. Oh, man, but y'all took out Cuba, though. Y'all took out the general captaincy of Cuba. I'm sure there were people commenting up to that point, Seminoles are still alive. And hey, they're making a deep push. They're going against one of the only other tribes here. Looks like they're pretty close to taking out the Quapaw. Meanwhile, the British moving down south, taking out the Blackfoot Confederacy. We just had the Quapaw taken out by the Seminole. My bad, my bad. Oh, and the Cuba has officially fallen now to the Seminoles. Alright, the Northern Paiute also kind of getting kind of large. Couple of Paiute tribes, the North and South. Maybe they'll unite. The Wintu have fallen to the Klamath, as well as the Chinook. Any second now. Come on, let me finish my sentence properly. The Seminoles now flooding up the Mississippi. Tennessee is going to fall. The greater U.S. is going to fall to the Seminoles. They are really making me eat my words, and I'm all for it. As they also take out the Wichita. New Jersey expanding into the British territory a little bit. New York has fallen. Massachusetts has fallen. We have 15 left here. The Apache have been able to survive, and they're moving eastward up the Mississippi, following the path of the Seminoles, going against the Seminoles. The Northern Paiutes not doing as well as the Southern as they fall. The Klamath have finally fallen now too. New Jersey looking kind of big, but the British pushing back up against them. The Seminoles have been separated from their main territory and their newly acquired territory. New Hampshire has fallen to New Jersey. One of only 2 states left, 3 states, including South Carolina and Virginia. And New Jersey just giving the middle finger to the British, letting them have it. Meanwhile, the Chumash have suffocated the Miwok, and all together, the British are being turned against. Get them bloody British out of here. Get them out, get them out. They're still alive way up north. Hopefully we don't see them come back. And we won't. The British were conquered officially by New Jersey. Here are your top 10. We have the Seminole, South Carolina, Virginia, New Jersey, the Southern Paiute, a couple smaller tribes, the Yokuts and the Ohlone, the Chumash and the Apache. Who will win in 1800 if there was an all-out battle royale? It's not South Carolina. Well, South Carolina has pretty much escaped into Savannah, where they have their last stand. And the Seminoles made a deep run, but they were eventually taken out by the Apache, and then the Chumash going to end up getting most of their Gulf territory. Virginia was also conquered by the Apache, who are choosing to keep South Carolina alive for now, for whatever reason. The Southern Paiute and the Apache are turning against New Jersey. And then, yeah, the Apache just went all out ham on South Carolina. In an instant, South Carolinians perished. We have 7 left. Who will end up surviving and winning it all? It's not the Yokuts. The Southern Paiute, they made a deep run, but all of a sudden they have collapsed, as well as the Ohlone. It's the Chumash. It's the Apache. No, wait. Woo! It's... Oh. Come on. You can't... I was about to hoot and holler. You can't leave me hanging on a hoot and holler. Oh, man. What a devilish simulation this is. Come on, the Apache are going to win. They're fierce warriors. They have tripled the economy. What? Ah! The Hitsuk! I didn't even see y'all up there. Well, there's no matter. Y'all dead. And the Chumash dead. Shout out to the Apache. I believe this may be their second time winning one of these simulations over the timeline. Either that or they've gotten really close a couple times. Hit me with the like button if you like the simulation. If you want to see more, if you're excited for the War of 1812, but an all-out North American war, let me know and hit that subscribe button. Join the Southern Woods community. And without further ado, I will see y'all in the next one. Southern Woods out.